Lovely. Thanks, Denise. Let's just take those beautiful words, that beautiful voice, and settle into a moment of centering prayer, a moment to open ourselves, open our minds to the love, to the light of spirit, to whatever we call our God, spirit, the divine intelligence. It is that presence and that essence which we know to be all love, which we know to be all joy, all peace, every quality of goodness. It is this force that motivates every aspect of our lives. It is the center and the circumference of who we are and of our universe and beyond. And I am so grateful to know that each one of us this morning is a part of that, is that essence in action, that we are the hearts and the hands and the minds to bring that light and that love into manifestation on earth. We are here to demonstrate all of the beauty, all of the wisdom, all of the peace and all of the joy that this in-depth knowledge of God brings. I know that this service this morning is uplifting for each heart and each hand, each mind, each ear that hears. I know that Reverend Leah's talk is just flows with ease and grace and gives comfort and provides glimmers of insight, or maybe lightning bolts of insight for those of us who are tuning in this morning, tuning in with our hearts, tuning in with our minds. I am just so grateful for the beautiful music that graces us each and every Sunday, whether it is Denise or whether it is Jimmy, Val, Julie, Petter, Robin, whoever gets to join us, that the music that we get to experience just brings a smile, lifts our hearts, brings peace and inspiration. And so knowing that all is well, because all is always well, God's got this. I know that I can let go of my word with ease. I know that it is made so now. And together we affirm this by saying, and so it is. Amen.
When a step seems too hard to take, every turn feels like a big mistake. Makes you wanna close your eyes and hide. Trust yourself, even if you're scared. Don't give up, don't give in to fear. All the strength you seek, you'll find inside. Open up, spread your wings and rise above the clouds in your mind that blind you to who you really are. Don't waste your time, no one else can live your life. Open up to what you've known all the time. You are more than you are. You are more than you are. Speak your mind, make a statement. Don't hide yourself out in the open. Step into the spotlight and shine. Be the change, fall like a domino, a chain reaction that sets the world aglow. Be amazed at how it falls in line. Open up, spread your wings and rise.
Wow, Denise, thank you so much. I was dancing in my seat, wishing I could actually get up and move around, but then I'd have to get resettled in the light and all the being on camera. It is interesting doing all this from home. Hello, everyone. So glad to be with you again this morning, this February. Happy February. Let's begin by, as we do each week, by harmonizing our hearts and our minds. Let's just take some deep breaths. It feels so good to just slow down and just take a breath. And let's repeat together: care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. One more time: care, appreciation, gratitude, compassion. Beautiful. So I'm going to begin my talk today with a question. Have you ever had moments in your life when you wished for a clean slate? When you prayed for a second chance or a do-over? And then when it happened, you felt both excited and terrified at the same time? It's either something we consciously choose because we want to experience a new beginning and we're ready for something new, or it's something that happens completely unexpectedly that forces us to start over. Today, I'm going to talk about how to consciously choose a clean slate and how to create a life we love. A clean slate is like having a clean record. Everything that came before it has been wiped clean. All mistakes, challenges, issues, gone. A clean slate allows us to start again. For many of us, I suspect that there are things we wish we could erase from our past, painful moments, memories, habits even that we know haven't been serving us, negative thoughts, beliefs that we've been carrying around for years, and for some of us, decades. All of us likely have something that we would like to release, and if we could wave a magic wand and cause it to disappear forever, we would. We want to be free of the burdens that we carry and start fresh. Reverend Cindy Grimes says, "There's an allure to the blank page, the empty canvas, the open road, a freshly tilled soil. It is the hope and fear inherent in life transitions like parenthood, divorce, career change, moving, losses and successes of all kinds. Sometimes we intentionally seek it. Other times the blank slate is thrust upon us, unwelcome and unwanted. Always the clean slate offers opportunity as we tap the source of creation and infinite potentiality." 14 years ago, I moved here from Los Angeles. I definitely wanted a clean slate. I lived in LA for 20 years. I grew up in California. I lived there for, 40 years before I came here or so. I wanted a new beginning for my life. I had evaluated different parts of the country. I looked at different cities. Through prayer and a lot of contemplation and research, I decided on Boulder. So I quit my amazing job. I packed up my little Honda SUV. I hired a moving company to move the rest of my stuff, and I followed my heart to Colorado. I remember entering Colorado off of I-70, and the sign that says, "Welcome to colorful Colorado." I felt such joy and excitement in that moment. I was moved to tears as I passed that sign. I was so grateful to be here and so proud of myself for following my heart and starting a new beginning in my life. I didn't have a job. I didn't have friends. I didn't have family here. I only had a couple of acquaintances, but I trusted that I had made the right decision. And I was thrilled at what was going to unfold for my life. About a week after I arrived, however, I was suddenly filled with fear that I had made a mistake. I felt alone. I felt scared. And I was questioning my decision. I didn't know what to do, but I knew I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back to LA. My clean slate happened from a conscious decision that I made, but sometimes things happen in our life that are unexpected. Whether it's intentional or unexpected, change is hard. It's hard for the body and the mind to accept. It takes time to adjust to our new reality. The emotions that emerge as the slate is being cleaned can sometimes be difficult to manage. We need to stay with them, though. Our emotions are our inner compass, telling us what direction we need to take. Eventually, there's a shift. There's a shift in our energy. Our focus changes from fears and doubts and attachments to the past to what's possible in the future. And that happened to me. The place I lived at in Boulder was in the foothills. It was about 8,000 feet in elevation. The houses were separated by a lot of land, just forest everywhere. It was beautiful. One day I was sitting on the balcony and I was feeling stressed and I was feeling the fear. And I heard this song blasting. It's like it came out of nowhere. I couldn't even see the house that it was coming from. But the song, Que Sera, Sera, whatever will be, will be. I'm not going to sing this. The future is not ours to see. Que Sera, Sera. Some of you know this song. Some of you are going, what song is that? Those of you who are young, you're going to have your parents play that song for you. The song is all about trust. It was blasting coming out of someone's house, and I'm sitting there on the balcony. I'm feeling stressed. I'm feeling overwhelmed, and this song starts playing. What an amazing message from the universe. It was exactly what I needed to hear. I knew in that moment that I needed to move into trust, to trust that I made the right decision and that everything was unfolding perfectly for my life. I was able to release fear in that moment, focus my intention and my energy on what I wanted to create for my life. And I'm happy to say it all turned out beautifully. A clean slate is always an opportunity. It's an opportunity for greater clarity, for new possibilities to arise in our life. Every beginning represents the end of something else. And that can be exciting, but it can also launch us into a time of deep contemplation as we look at our lives through this new lens. Suddenly we're in a place we never imagined ourselves to be. And we can't alter the circumstances that led to this clean slate, but we are now at a choice point. We can now choose how we want to live. Sometimes all we want to do is go back to the way it was when life was comfortable and predictable and easy. But as souls, we didn't come here to experience easy and comfortable. And I don't mean to imply that we came to experience hard and painful, to experience a hard and painful life. That's not what I'm saying. We're here to grow. We're here to expand our consciousness. And that can be uncomfortable at times. I believe each of us as souls came here with a mission, with a purpose. Each of us has a unique soul expression, and we all have special gifts and talents to bring to the world. And we're here to use those gifts to help the world heal and thrive. But our hearts need to be open to do this work. Each of us are presented with certain situations, people, circumstances that give us opportunities to bring us back to love. Situations that teach us to be more loving, more forgiving, more compassionate. The challenging situations that each of us experience in life provide us with incredible opportunities to choose a clean slate, a new beginning. And as we choose the new beginning consciously, joy fills our heart. Choosing love becomes an automatic thing. We remember that we are divinity in form, that we are so much more than our flesh and our bones. We remember that we are here to learn to trust, to love, and to forgive. We are here to radiate love of the divine creator that resides within us. In any moment we can choose to let go of the stories that we tell ourselves, to let go of the past pain, to let go of our attachments, and to be a greater presence of love in the world. All of us have baggage. We all have stuff that we're holding on to. What are you carrying from your past that is weighing you down? That you're ready to release, that you're ready to let go of. Every single one of us has baggage that we don't want to hang on to anymore. And we can make a conscious choice to let it go. I want you right now to just close your eyes and imagine that you're holding a collection of white balloons filled with helium. You're holding them and they're right in front of you. The color white represents spirit, the divine. And now imagine that you have a black Sharpie and you get out your Sharpie and you write on these balloons anything that you would like to release in this moment from your past. These balloons represent the divine. The divine gladly takes all of your burdens with open arms. So imagine all that you're willing to let go of. You're handing it over to the divine creator by writing them on the balloons. See yourself writing any physical or emotional challenges that you've had and you'd like to release. Any limiting beliefs that you've been holding on to, fears, past mistakes, regrets. People that you've had a hard time forgiving, add their names to the balloons. Painful memories, events from your past, or the events that have taken place in the US, or the painful global events like the pandemic, write it all down. See yourself adding to the balloons, each one. Now, some of you might have a little more writing to do than others. And you may need more time, and you can always come back to this place, this time, and continue adding to your balloons. But for now, let's imagine that everything that you're willing to let go of, poof, magically, it's on the balloons. And now see yourself going outside and letting your balloons go. And let's also imagine that these balloons are eco-friendly and biodegradable. See them floating up toward the sky. Watch them fade into the clouds. And as you see them fade into the sky and disappear, feel a large weight being lifted from your body. Take a deep breath and feel the release. So gently bring yourself back to this moment and feel the peace that is there within you. As this meditative exercise pointed out, we have the power to choose the clean slate in any moment. We don't have to make a drastic change in our life in order to get it. We can consciously choose in any moment to start fresh, to leave behind the stories we tell ourselves about our life, about who we are as human beings, about who we are as a partner, as a daughter, as a son, as a friend, as a parent, as a leader, as a coworker. The stories we tell ourselves keep us stuck. And from being able to wipe the slate clean. We can't wipe it clean if we're carrying all of this from the past, all of the baggage from the past. If there are people in life that we haven't forgiven, if there are situations and circumstances in our life that we can't let go of, remember the balloons and let them go. Such a simple exercise, but it can be so powerful as a way to release, as a way to let go of those things that are ready to be released within us. We may choose to make a major change in our life in order to create a clean slate, but each time we are willing to forgive, a part of that slate is wiped clean. Each time we choose a thought about our life that is empowering and loving rather than critical and judgmental, a part of that slate is wiped clean. Each time we choose to love our bodies over criticizing them, we wipe more of that slate clean. Each time we choose to drop into our hearts and move into compassion for humanity instead of anger and frustration and judgment, we wipe more of that slate clean. Each time we choose to honor and value who we are rather than beat ourselves up, we wipe more of that slate clean. And each time we choose to connect with the divine creator and trust that our life is supported as opposed to trying to control the circumstances of our life, we wipe more of that slate clean. Each time we let go of all that weighs us down, we wipe more of that slate clean. Joshua in the Way of Mastery says, in this moment, you are free to choose anew. You are free to rescind your judgments of the world. Now, in this very moment of eternity, you can choose to recognize that you are already perfectly awake, freely choosing what out-picturings you will pour forth from the mind, freely choosing whether to think for yourself or to think with God, whether to believe your out-picturings or to see them as temporary clouds passing through an infinite sky. As Joshua reminds us, we can clean the slate of our life at any time. At any moment, we can begin again, and we can drink in the beauty of this moment right now. For this moment will never come again. You will never experience this moment ever in your lifetime. Think about that. From this clean slate, what do you want to create for your life right now? Do you want more joy, more prosperity, more fulfilling relationships, better health? Do you want to be more forgiving, more loving, more compassionate, more generous? Think for a moment what you desire most for your life. We have been given an extraordinary power, the power to create. We can create from a clean slate in any moment. Every single one of us has desires and dreams. Some of those dreams have been put on hold due to the pandemic, but our dreams haven't gone away. We can still get in touch with the frequency of what we desire. When we feel joy, it has a certain vibration in our bodies. When we feel love, it too has a certain frequency. Each one, if we close our eyes and feel into it, we can feel the energy of it vibrating through our bodies. And the same is true for our dreams. Many of us have stopped dreaming. We have given up on our dreams and come up with reasons that have convinced us that it's not possible. We tend to give up pretty quickly as humans. If things don't go the way that we want them to, we become resigned. We tend to just feel defeated and give up. The pandemic has certainly put a damper on things. It's hard to get excited about our dreams when we're stuck at home, isolated from anyone outside of our immediate families. Suddenly, there are major roadblocks to achieving what we want. And we tell ourselves we just have to be patient, we just have to wait it out. But this is actually a magnificent time to create what we want, to memorize the frequency of what we desire and to hold that frequency in our hearts. In our Prosperity Plus class, we've been talking a lot about holding the vibration and the frequency of what we desire. First, writing it down, saying it out loud, and then closing our eyes and feeling the vibration of it in our body. It's the feeling tone that makes all the difference, and doing it consistently is key. Imagine that right now there are no restrictions and no limitations to your dreams. You have a clean slate to create whatever you want to choose. You get to dream your dream. What would you choose for your life? Close your eyes for a moment and feel the energy of your dream. Feel the frequency of it, the vibration of it moving through your body. Feel the energy of your greatest desires. Feel them as if they are happening right now. Imagine yourself experiencing the pure joy of living a life you love. You are able to do all that you desire and more. Anything that caused any interferences in your life prior to this moment is gone. Imagine every problem, every issue has been handled. Imagine in this moment all fears, all concerns, all challenges are gone. The slate has been wiped clean. It is sparkling clean. In this moment, you are free to create your extraordinary life. Give yourself full permission to imagine a life without pain, without heartache, without worries, without fear. Align yourself with the beautiful and extraordinary frequency that is Spirit wanting to give you all that you desire and more. See yourself opening your arms wide to receive it. Keeping your eyes closed, let's say the following affirmation together. Repeat after me. I am open to the promise of a clean slate, which every moment holds. And from this clean slate, I have the power to create a life I love. And now open your eyes. You'll see the affirmation on the screen, and let's say it again. Say it loud. I am open to the promise of a clean slate, which every moment holds. And from this clean slate, I have the power to create a life I love. Beautiful. So this week, practice releasing the past. Let your balloons go from that clean slate. Give yourself full permission to dream. Hold the vision and the frequency of the life that you desire in your heart. Write it out, speak it powerfully, and live it as if it's happening right now. Feel the joy of it. And when you find yourself feeling heavy again with fears, with worries, with doubts, send your balloons up to the heavens. Hand them over to the divine, for Spirit gladly takes your burdens, leaving you with a clean slate and the opportunity to create a life you love. Let's pray. Oh, and so in this sacred moment, this sacred time, this moment of potentiality, this moment of possibility, we feel the energy of that vibrating through our bodies. Our dreams are coming to fruition. We feel that and we let go and release all that stands in the way. We let go of all our fears, our doubts, our stresses. We let go of all that is from the past that is no longer serving us, and we step fully into that which we want to create. And we feel the energy and the vibration and the frequency of that moving through every cell, radiating through our entire being. And we smile with such excitement and joy and anticipation. And so we feel gratitude for this opportunity to be reminded of what we can create for our lives. That we can indeed start with a clean slate in any moment. Any moment we choose, we can do that powerfully. And with God by our side, with that divine intelligence that knows all things, is there beside us, supporting us and guiding us. There is nothing that we cannot do. There is nothing that we cannot accomplish. And so we simply say, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. And we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen.